there's no one list of a great trainer. It's your list. So
Mhm.
what do you want to look like as a great trainer? So that's kind of one answer, Chase, is that, create your own list of what are the traits of a great trainer. But I think when you think about what makes good training, I think one of the keys across the board is a training is good because the trainer knows his content well enough that he can focus on the learners and not on the content.
Mm.
If you're constantly having to keep your nose in the material because you don't know it well enough, you're not going to give the focus you need to give to your learners. And it's about your learners. It's not about the content.
Mm.
Uh, and so I think that's a significant one. I think the other thing is I've matured as a trainer and just continue to grow in that realm. I think creating the space and allowing for the learners to go through the struggle to discovery. I think it's a much better training when you figure out the answer for yourself rather than me handing the answer
Mm.
to you on a silver
Mm.
platter. So the process of learning and the process of discovery, which includes failure, which includes trial and error, I think is a better type of training than just handing you a book and saying, "Hey, just do this, this, and this." Now there are times because of harm to the learner, you may say to them, "Hey," I mean, like if I'm an electrician, I'm not saying, "Hey, I want you to go over there and just mess with that socket and see if you can figure it out." Okay, so I mean, there's some environments where it's like, no, 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 you need to do this by the book. Here's how we do this, and it's because we don't want you to die. Okay, so I understand that, but for the most part, in the world that we live in, you're not going to die. Okay, so
Mm.
you're not going to cause physical harm to yourself. So I want to give you space to struggle and figure it out, and then if you get stuck, I'm going to keep asking you questions and keep maybe giving you cues that might unlock something new for you. But at the end, I'm just not going to give you the answer. I'm really going to force you to try to come up with it. And if you don't know the answer, if you're just like, "Man, I just can't get it," then even then I may say to you, "Well, who do you know that can help you?" And I'm just going to try to refuse to not give the answer. So I think that's another key thing. Um, Getting everybody involved. Uh, and then the last thing is just being patient with your learners, giving them, I mean, because like anytime you learn something new, and we know more and more about this as well, like the brain takes time to rewire itself
Mm.
to get good at that new thing. So when you first, like if no one's ever taught you how to ask good questions, the first time you get put into a Bible study and you're leading, like let's say you've got a sophomore student and they've never learned really how to ask good questions, they're leading a Bible study with a bunch of freshmen. The first time they do it, they may be pretty awful, because their brain is just trying to figure out,
Mm.
okay, how do I do this? But the more you do it, the more the brain rewires itself, and you just get better and better and better. You know, so
Mhm.
so I think, Chase, I think those are just a few key things.